let's be honest. When it comes to men's health, there's one fear that just never seems to go away: erectile dysfunction. You hear whispers about it in locker rooms, you see ads for pills everywhere, and deep down, many men quietly wonder, could this happen to me? But here's what most guys don't realize. Your body doesn't just wake up one day with erectile dysfunction. It sends you warning signs, sometimes months or even years in advance. Subtle signals that something's shifting, that your vascular health or hormones or nervous system need attention. The problem? Most men ignore these signs until it's too late. Until what could have been prevented becomes a chronic problem requiring medication or treatment. I'm Dr. Madison Lee, board-certified urologist and specialist in men's sexual health. Over my 12 years in practice, I've worked with thousands of men dealing with erectile issues. And here's the truth that might surprise you. In traditional Chinese medicine, we've known about these warning signs for over 2,000 years. Western medicine is just now catching up. If you've noticed anything unusual, weaker morning erections, changes in sensitivity, shifts in your energy or desire, drop a yes in the comments. Because recognizing these signs early could be the difference between prevention and a lifetime of problems. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 10 warning signs your body gives you before erectile dysfunction fully develops. And more importantly, I'll tell you exactly what to do about each one. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment through knowledge. Here's what you need to understand. Erectile dysfunction doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's the end result of a progressive decline in vascular health, hormonal balance, or nerve function. Think of it like a check engine light in your car. The light doesn't come on when the engine explodes. It comes on when small problems start developing. Ignore those small problems, and eventually you're stranded on the side of the road. Your body works the same way. It gives you early warning signals, subtle changes that most men dismiss as just getting older, or stress, or being tired. But these aren't random. They're your body literally screaming for attention. In Chinese medicine, we call this pre-manifestation decline, the stage where imbalance exists but hasn't yet become disease. Western medicine now recognizes this as endothelial dysfunction, or vascular insufficiency. Basically, your blood vessels aren't working optimally yet, but they will fail completely if you don't intervene. The beautiful thing? Catch these signs early, and erectile dysfunction is often completely preventable. But you have to know what to look for. So let's go through all 10 signs. I want you to honestly assess yourself as we go. How many of these are you experiencing right now? Sign number 1, disappearing or weakening morning erections. Biologically, morning erections aren't just random. They're a sign of healthy nighttime testosterone production and proper blood flow during REM sleep. When they disappear or become consistently weak, it means your vascular system or hormones are already struggling. Emotionally, most guys dismiss this. I'm just tired, or I'm getting older. But this is often the very first sign, sometimes appearing 2 to 3 years before actual erectile problems. Practically, if you used to wake up with firm morning erections 5 to 6 days a week, and now it's 1 to 2 days or never, that's a red flag. Track this for 2 weeks. If the pattern holds, it's time to take action. What to do? Improve sleep quality, reduce evening alcohol, and consider checking testosterone levels with your doctor. Sign number 2, reduce sensitivity during arousal. Biologically, your penis has thousands of nerve endings. When circulation decreases or nerve health declines, these endings become less responsive. You might notice it takes more stimulation to feel aroused, or sensation feels muted. Emotionally, this creates frustration and anxiety. You might find yourself thinking, am I losing interest? When really it's a physical nerve issue. Practically, compare how things feel now to a year ago. Does it take longer to get aroused? Do things that used to feel intense now feel just okay? What to do? Omega-3 fatty acids support nerve health. So does reducing sitting time and improving pelvic circulation through movement. Sign number 3, erections that start strong but fade quickly. Biologically, this is a classic sign of venous leak, where blood flows into the penis but doesn't stay trapped. Your pelvic floor muscles are too weak to compress the veins effectively. Emotionally, this is incredibly frustrating. You get hard, things are going well, then suddenly you're losing it. This creates performance anxiety that makes the problem worse. Practically, if you can get an erection but it doesn't stay firm for more than a few minutes without constant stimulation, your pelvic floor needs work. What to do? Start daily Kegel exercises immediately. Strengthen those muscles before the problem becomes chronic. Sign number 4, needing more mental or physical stimulation than before. Biologically, this signals declining dopamine sensitivity or reduced testosterone. Your brain's reward centers aren't responding as strongly to sexual cues. Emotionally, you might feel less interested in sex or like you're not in the mood as often. This isn't about desire disappearing. It's about your biochemical response weakening. Practically, if you find yourself needing more intense visual stimulation, taking longer to get aroused, or feeling like sex is more effort than pleasure, pay attention. What to do? Reduce overstimulation, excessive porn use, optimize sleep, and check vitamin D and zinc levels. Sign number 5, cold hands and feet regularly. Biologically, this seems unrelated, but it's not. Cold extremities signal poor peripheral circulation. If blood isn't reaching your fingers and toes efficiently, it's also struggling to reach your penis. Emotionally, most guys don't connect these dots, but circulation is circulation. It's all the same vascular system. Practically, do your hands and feet frequently feel cold, even in warm rooms? Do they take forever to warm up in bed? That's a vascular warning sign. What to do? Cardiovascular exercise. Even 20 minutes of walking daily improves peripheral circulation dramatically. Sign number 6, taking longer to recover between sessions. Biologically, the refractory period, time between erections, naturally increases with age, but a dramatic increase signals hormonal or vascular decline. Emotionally, if you used to be ready again in 30 minutes and now it takes 2 days, that's concerning. It affects confidence and intimacy. Practically, track your recovery time. If it's doubled or tripled in the last year without other changes, that's a warning sign. What to do? Focus on post-session recovery, hydration, sleep, stress management, and potentially checking testosterone levels. Sign number 7, decrease libido or just not thinking about it. Biologically, low libido is often the first sign of declining testosterone or elevated stress hormones. It's not about willpower, it's biochemistry. Emotionally, many men feel guilty or broken. What's wrong with me? But this is your endocrine system signaling distress. Practically, if you go days or weeks without thinking about sex when you used to think about it daily, that's significant. What to do? Evaluate stress levels, sleep quality, and diet. Consider comprehensive hormone panel testing. Sign number 8, increased belly fat. Despite no diet changes. Biologically, visceral fat, belly fat, produces aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen. More belly fat equals less testosterone equals weaker erections. It's a vicious cycle. Emotionally, this feels like aging, but it's actually hormonal imbalance creating physical changes. Practically, if your waist measurement has increased 2+ inches in the last year, that's affecting your sexual function whether you realize it or not. What to do? Reduce processed carbs, increase protein, and add resistance training. Belly fat responds well to these changes. Sign number 9, waking up to urinate multiple times per night. Biologically, frequent nighttime urination signals possible prostate issues or hormonal imbalance. Both directly affect erectile function. Emotionally, disrupted sleep crushes testosterone production. Poor sleep equals poor erections. Practically, if you wake up 2 or more times every night to pee and you're under 60, That warrants investigation. What to do? Reduce fluids 2 hours before bed, get prostate checked, and consider saw palmetto or pumpkin seed extract. Sign number 10, difficulty achieving orgasm or weaker climax. Biologically, this signals nerve sensitivity, decline or reduced pelvic muscle strength. The muscles that create orgasmic contractions are weakening. Emotionally, this is demoralizing. Orgasms that used to be intense now feel brief or incomplete. Practically, if climax feels like 50% of what it used to be, or it takes significantly longer to reach orgasm, your pelvic floor and nerve health need attention. What to do? Pelvic floor exercises improve circulation through cardio and potentially a neurology check if it's severe. So, how many of these signs are you experiencing? Be honest with yourself. If you have 1 to 2 signs, you're in the early warning stage. Small lifestyle changes now can prevent bigger problems. Focus on the specific fixes I mentioned for those signs. If you have 3 to 5 signs, you're in moderate risk territory. It's time to take this seriously. Consider seeing a urologist for baseline testing, testosterone, vascular health, prostate check. If you have 6+ signs, you're in high risk for developing erectile dysfunction if you don't intervene immediately. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment with a urologist this week. The good news? Every single one of these signs is addressable. None of them mean you're doomed. They're just your body asking for help. Immediate action steps. Start tracking morning erections daily. Begin Kegel exercises, 3 minutes daily. Add 20 minutes of walking every day. Cut alcohol to 2 to 3 drinks per week maximum. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep consistently. Schedule a comprehensive checkup. These aren't complicated interventions, but they work because they address root causes, not just symptoms. Gentlemen, here's what I want you to understand. Erectile dysfunction is not inevitable. It's not just part of aging. It's the result of accumulated vascular damage, hormonal decline, and nerve dysfunction that your body warned you about. You just didn't know what to look for. Until now. These 10 signs are your body's check engine light. Some of you are seeing 2 or 3 lights blinking. Some are seeing all 10. But here's the empowering truth. It's not too late. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s reverse early erectile issues by addressing these warning signs. Better sleep, improved circulation, hormone optimization, pelvic floor work. These simple interventions work. Chinese medicine understood 2,000 years ago what Western science is proving today. Prevention is always easier than treatment. Your body tells you what it needs. You just have to listen. So here's my challenge. Pick the top 3 signs you're experiencing. Focus on the action steps I gave you for those specific signs. Commit to 30 days of consistent effort. Track your progress. Notice if morning erections return. Notice if sensitivity improves. Notice if recovery time decreases. And drop a comment right now. Tell me how many signs you're experiencing. No judgment here. Just honesty. Your comment might help another man realize he's not alone and needs to take action. If this information empowered you, hit subscribe for more honest, science-backed men's health content. No shame, no judgment, just practical information that protects your vitality. Share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Sometimes the best thing you can do for someone is give them the knowledge to prevent a problem before it starts. This is Dr. Madison Lee reminding you, your body is always communicating with you. These 10 signs aren't failures. They're opportunities. Opportunities to take action, to prevent decline, to protect your sexual health for decades to come. You're not broken. You're not too old. You're just receiving signals. And now you know how to respond.